Cookie took Van in his embrace and closed his eyes. While feeling his warmth, Van just snuggled yet struggled a little to find a comfortable place in his masculine chest. Cookie, Van, wanna go home? I can arrange your van. I don't know why, but I just wanna run away. Cookie, Van, you better not think about that. I'm not gonna let you to do that. You better remember this thing. Van, I don't want to run away from you, but want to relax a bit, reboot myself kind of thing. Cookie, where do you want to go? Van, for now, I just don't want to stay in your personal cabin as I'm aware of the fact that I'm disturbing you and I want to stay in my little space. Cookie, and that also for CEO's personal use. So, do you still want to stay there? Van, I have literally applied for that and my application was granted, Mr. Baby CEO. Cookie gently ran his fingers through her hair. For tonight, just stay here. Tomorrow you will be shifted to your dorm. Van, and I need to go somewhere. Cookie, where? May I know? Van, no, but I need to go. Cookie, are you planning to rob bank? Van, when I have the baby CEO with me, do I still need to work like a donkey? Cookie, no, but can't you take me there? Van, I can, but I don't want to show you my dark side, my cold side, my weak side. Cookie ruffled her hair. Close your eyes, stop stressing out. The next morning, after a good sleep, Cookie opened his eyes. He found Wen almost tangled her body with him and still sleeping peacefully. He roughly checked the temperature of her forehead. It seemed quite normal, so he started trying to detangle himself from Wen's cage. Wen opened her eyes, feeling the warmth being substituted by cold air. Wen took her phone to check the time. Are you going to prepare the discharge papers? Cookie, if you want, I will, but you have to assist me. I mean, you have to be on your duty till next week. When, but what if I feel weak? Cookie, just assist me. You should experience my work from my point of view too. When, okay, but I have a request. I don't even know how to say or how to do that, but Cookie, you can tell me. I will try to make the arrangements. When will you be able to free on this upcoming weekend? Cookie, I'm still free, but if sudden meeting is scheduled, when? Then please remove my IV cannula. Cookie, what happened? I thought you would do it yourself. When? I will not do that by myself. Cookie, oh my angry bird. When? Will you do that or I will? Cookie, okay, alright, I'm gonna inform the nursing staff too. When? You will remove it, Mr. Baby CEO. Cookie, are you sure? When? Seems like the baby doctor doesn't know how to remove the peripheral IV line. Cookie, write down the date and time on your phone. When? Why? Cookie, I'm not asking for your life, just requesting you to write and put an annual reminder. Wen took her phone and did the same while Cookie took some amount of hand wash and washed up his hands carefully. And this was the moment of truth when Wen knew that it's gonna hurt a little bit, but she sighed while drooling over Cookie's admiring figure. Even while washing his hands, he was looking so damn hot. Cookie put on the surgical gloves, maintaining a strong eye contact with her. Nervous, princess? Wen, who was nervous as hell but tried her best to not to show that up. No, not at all. Cookie gently held her cannula in place while carefully removing the adhesive dressing. Don't you wanna see, princess, whether I'm doing this right or not? He told Wen, who was tightly closing her eyes. Wen, I'm not afraid of this blood or needle thing, but I'm afraid of my own blood. Cookie took a piece of sterilized gauze and held it over the exit side. Will you be honest with me this time? Cookie asked her. Wen, yeah, go on, but Slowly, be gentle. Cookie slowly withdrawing the cannula, maintaining a neutral angle with the skin. Where do you want to go? Cookie was quite mad as Van consciously covered her lips. He glared at her while applying a new sterilized gauze and tape to create occlusive dressing on the old eye site. Cookie, you haven't answered Van. Van, I want to go to the place where I have spent my initial days of my life. Do you want to go? I guess Mr. Baby CEO would not be able to complete his works. Cookie, was it painful? It's been long I have done this actually. Van, pretty good. Cookie, I guessed. You didn't even sigh and also covered your mouth. Van, I haven't brushed my teeth. Cookie, okay, so? Van lowering her face. I didn't want the first kiss like this. Cookie gently raised her chin with his fingers and made her to look at his eyes. Tell me, how do you want? Van, dreamy, romantic, consoling, and I don't know. To be very honest, I'm just a rough person who is wounded at her core. Cookie had already disposed the gloves, and after taking an amount of hand sanitizer, he quickly yet properly rubbed his palm. May I hug my wounded princess? One looked at him with trembling eyes. Cookie gently embracing her into a tight hug. That's not wound, Pavo. That's your fate, your struggle. We all have dark phases in our lives that had never stopped us. You were never been stopped by that phase of your life. So why? Just be happy for those years, for those moments you have spent there. When? I don't know. I just want to sleep a little bit more. Cookie, close your eyes then. When? In your embrace. Cookie gently made her to lay, making sure her head was on his lap. Why don't you use your permanent pillow? Wen smiled and closed her eyes. It was almost 9 o'clock in the morning. Cookie carried the sleeping Wen into her dorm, which was located exactly next to the CEO's cabin. But Wen was awoken, and as her body was placed on the cold bed sheet, she opened her eyes. She grabbed his jacket, making a strong eye contact with him. Cookie kept patting on her shoulder. Open aids to work, but you can rest, princess. Close your eyes. The situation was quite dreamy to Van. She closed her eyes and could feel Cookie's gentle tap on her shoulder. And soon her soft snores filled the room. Though Cookie wanted to stay there for a little longer, but his pre-scheduled meeting made him to stand up. Tucking her under a soft blanket, he left for the meeting. It was almost afternoon when Van opened her eyes and found herself alone in her room. She figured out Cookie must have left for his work, so she got up and headed to the washroom for a refreshing shower. Meanwhile, Cookie was almost done with his work for the day and he could smell something refreshing. He guessed it right. It was coming from the adjacent room where Van was sleeping. Cookie knocked the door of Van's room, but it was surprisingly not locked from inside. He slowly opened the door as nobody responded, and all he could experience a towel-wrapped body busy to dry her hair. He was quite mad, not because of seeing Van in towel, but the door wasn't locked, and it could be anyone. Cookie, can't you lock it from inside? Van flinched and found Cookie walking towards her. Van almost choked. She found no words to reply him. She looked on the floor. Sorry, she managed to apologize. Cookie, I need to shower. I guess I can use your things. Van, yeah. Cookie, get ready. Oppa has almost finished his work. Van, where are we going? Cookie, where you plan to go? Van, really? Cookie, how are you feeling? Van, great. Cookie, let me take a shower first. After a few minutes, a towel-wrapped wet body appeared. One couldn't stop herself from drooling over, looking at Cookie's features. Cookie, hey little woman, I have told you. I'm all yours. Do you want a hug? One blushing like a tomato and turned her face away. Just put on some clothes. You might catch cold. Cookie, you too, princess. When? Are you sure? Cookie, may I know the name of the place where we are going? Accommodation should be arranged for the night, so. When? I'm the co-owner of the place and renovated a little, though it's not luxurious at all. You can stay here. It's a bit personal for me, so I need to go. Cookie glared at her while targeting the pulse points of inner wrist. He applied the cologne. I'm ready. When? Are you sure? Cookie. I'm gonna waiting for you at the exit of the hospital. Get ready quickly. Cookie took the car keys and left. Van quickly got ready and left for the exit gate of the hospital. Jungkook waved his hand and Van just hopped into the car. Cookie looked at her before starting the engine. Are you nervous? Van, I guess, but I don't know why. Cookie, why is it so important for you to go there today? Van looked at his eyes, which were busy looking at the road while driving. You. The you was soft yet comfortable enough. He smiled softly, looking at her, and soon they reached. Van led him to a house. It was a hanok actually, and Cookie had never lived in a traditional Korean house. Van, welcome to my house, Jungkook. Hope you would appreciate my roots. Cookie, who was very excited, please show me around the house. Van, when will we need to leave from here? Van, there's nothing. That's the washroom. Go and wash up. Cookie, and you? Van, I'm gonna use another one. Being unbothered, Van headed towards the washroom. After all, it was her territory. Cookie quietly went to the washroom, and as he stepped out, he was quite amazed by the visual. Van was trying to put on a hanbok, though she was done with the chima but still struggling with the jangri a little. Cookie stepped into the room and helped her with that. May I know why you are wearing? Van, it belongs to my mom and Van in front of her parents' photo. Yamma, Appa, he is the man of my life. He is also a doctor and a rich one. Don't worry for him, I will take care of him. Cookie, is it the proper way to introduce your man? Van, based on my personality, nothing could be better than this. Cookie bowed his hand in front of the photo. 안녕하세요. janjakungimita. Indeed, I am prosperous having Van in my life. I want to cherish her. I want to protect her. I want to make her happy. I want to spoil her, but I'll be strict if she doesn't take care of herself. Van, you don't dare to scold me, John. Van could feel a soft pair of lips brushing her. Her eyes widened, feeling the sudden unusual feeling. It was sweet, it was pleasurable yet addictive. Van wanted to respond, but she continued enjoying her first kiss. Van realized that it was her first kiss, and it was taken by him. She broke the kiss, being a total dumbfounded for a moment. Cookie chuckled. Seems like someone just lost her first kiss in front of her parents. Van trying to deny the fact for no reason. This is not my first kiss. It's just I have not kissed anyone for a longer time. Cookie, you mean to say you're ready for a real both-side kiss? You really mean to say you're gonna kiss me back this time? Van blinked some time, being total blank about the topic of the conversation, and tried to change the topic. It was quite like getting married, wearing the hanbok in front of my parents. Cookie, you mean to say we are married now? Van stared in shock as Cookie kept assuming another meaning of her words. No, I didn't mean to say that, Cookie. Then what did you mean? Van, I don't know whether you would believe me. You might find it childish, but I have lost my parents in an accident. They never abandoned me. I do respect my adoptive parents, but still, I wanted to say those words in front of this photo frame. Cookie, love for parents in any form represents the word purity. Do you miss your parents that much? When? No, not in my everyday life. But when something special happens, I do. Cookie. Then will you let me to stay in your place on tomorrow? When? Did my baby CEO get a day off tomorrow? Cookie. I'm gonna work on weekends. You should not travel so much. Your body is still weak. And stop calling me baby, otherwise I will choose the food which are particularly being preserved for the real babies.